I'm Miss Lonnie. I'm a teaching artist with PS Arts. I teach visual arts and music in Santa Monica. Welcome to Tabletop Art. Today we're going to have a look at the art of David Hockney. David Hockney was born in 1937 in Bradford, England. He's an artist who is a printmaker, a photographer, a draftsman. He designs sets, and he continues to reinvent himself at 82 as he's doing some beautiful work on the iPad. We're going to look in particular at a piece called Pear Blossom Highway, which is a photo collage. So remember, let's look for lines, shapes, color, texture, and space. I hope you enjoyed that slideshow. So now we're going to use magazine papers, and we're going to use a technique called color blocking to create our own road that'll look kind of like a photo collage. Let's get started. Today you'll need a glue stick, scissors, a pencil, background paper. I always like to protect my surface with a mat. So we're going to start with a road perspective. So I want it to look like there's the horizon line, some sky, some earth, and maybe a road kind of slightly going back towards the horizon line. So to do that, we're going to start with the line that goes across the page, and it can be a little curvy or straight. It depends on what you want your road to look like. Mine's going to curve slightly. Then I'm going to put a road, and I'm going to slightly have a diagonal line going out in that direction, go back up to the road, and take it out this direction. So now I have the road perspective I want. I have some sky, road, and some ground. The next thing is I have some magazine papers that I've already looked through and torn out some colors that I might like. And I think I'd like to do a day sky, so I'm going to do a blue and maybe some purple in the sky. You can even find, sometimes the clothing will have the right colors. And you just want to find all the purple or blue that you're going to start with first, if that's going to be your sky color. Then you can either tear, which makes a nice edge sometimes, some blue pieces up, put them aside for now. Or if you'd like, if you want a cleaner edge, you can cut it as well. I've got a nice amount of blue to get started, so I'm going to go ahead and start making my sky. I like to start at an edge, so I'm just going to put some glue. Remember, you don't need your glue stick up too high. I'm going to start with at the horizon line here, creating my edge. Try to find a piece that's a little curved there. And it's okay if it goes off the page, because later you can deal with those pieces. You just want to kind of keep it at the horizon line here. I'm going to do the lighter pieces of blue towards the bottom here, and maybe some darker at the top of the sky. Make sure all your pieces are glued down, and you also want to take care not to have your pieces too tiny, or it takes a really long time to do it. Now remember, don't worry about the pieces hanging over. Later we'll cut those off. unless you don't mind that kind of jagged edge. So now I've color blocked my blues, and I'm going to get started with my road. And I think that for my road, I was thinking about maybe a dark road. I'm going to do the same process with the gray and black. I'm going to color block and just maybe take some of that out. I'm going to save the red. I might use that for something later. With the road, and don't do it in just one big piece because it's kind of boring. It doesn't give that kind of collage look, that really torn paper look. So what I do like to do is kind of create a nice edge that matches up with the side here. So I'm going to take that piece to get started, go right to the edge of the road. I always like to work with the edge in because that gives me a nice clean edge there. Remember to go around and check those pieces and make sure they're all stuck. Extra glue if you need to. Magazines and glue can get very messy, so just be careful of that. All right, so I have my road on there and the sky. I'm going to continue the process with this area. I might put grass or dirt or things like that. And if you notice, I'm not really going for pictures. I'm going for color blocking. It's all about the color blocking. Then I think to make the road really look like a road, the broken road lines work out well. So I'm going to look through my paper and try to find a different color that will show up against that black. Could be yellow. Road lines a lot of times are yellow. Oh, I see some. It's a perfect amount. You don't need too much. So now again, I'm just going to... This I'm going to cut because I want it to be a little more precise. So now I'm going to cut a line and kind of slightly go in as I go up, because as things get further away in this kind of perspective, they do get smaller. So now I'm just going to break those pieces up. And add those to my road. It really makes it look like a road then. I could come back and I could put a sun in the sky over here and add some fine details if I want to. So just keep going until you fill up your whole space. So after you've filled up all of your space, that's when you can turn it over and see where the edges stick off. And then you can cut it that way. It's better if you do it from the back, because if you try to cut from the front, you end up cutting some of your white paper off. So just cut those off and it leaves a nice smooth edge there at the top. And you can do that all the way around. Here I have a finished David Hockney inspired photo collage. Remember in your color blocking to have distinct colors for each area so that it really shows up. I hope you've enjoyed this David Hockney lesson. I look forward to seeing you next time on Tabletop Art. Send pictures of your finished artwork to craftbag@yahoo.com. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment.